We are here in Madurai, the temple city, and some of the evidence is there on my forehead as well. And this is also the home city for TVS Srichakra, the maker of the Eurogrip brand of tires. And with me, I have K Ravi, the Chief Operating Officer of the company. Ravi, tell us, you were talking about the expansion overseas, tapping new markets. I believe you've just entered USA. So just give a snapshot of your global play, the strategy to have to internationalize your business.
Sure. As you know, right, we've been a very dominant player in the domestic market. So we've grown beyond India now. Our first step of growth was in LATAM and MEA. We've been in business in these markets for couple of decades, right? But recently, I think we have taken this as a challenge to be present globally. So we moved into the Asian market first, where we entered into Indonesia, followed by Philippines. We are now present in Thailand, Korea, Taiwan, right? To name everything, right? We are there. Our next, I think in 2019, we opened up our Europe office, and with help of experts there, we've been able to penetrate the European market, right? So we are now present in almost about 12 countries in Europe, right? Competing with the major brands there, right? So that's really been a great journey for us. So we said, why not then move into other developed markets? So we said, US being a good market for tires, right? So we've recently launched in the month of July, we launched our 190 sizes in the US, right, for the Harleys, right? And it was done in Miami.
This will be mainly aftermarket focus?
This is going to be mainly aftermarket. So basically, we are primarily in the aftermarket in the Europe and the US, right? Even in the other countries. Outside of India, primarily our focus is the aftermarket, right? We do supply to one OEM in Italy. That's our profile at this point in time.
That the Italian OEM, you'll meet their global requirements.
We hope to, right? That's the intent.
Okay, and also you were also mentioning in the presentation that you also become the first Indian tire maker to have OE fitment exports to Europe.
Correct, and that's precisely that's the one that we're talking about, right?
And currently, exports is how much of your overall business, and at what growth rate do you?
So we've been growing. We've been growing in excess of 30% over the last 3 years, and we hope this to continue, right? And definitely grow beyond this, right? Given the focus that we have, we now have resources there in each of these markets to support this growth. So currently our exports is in the range of 10-12% of our overall revenues.
Okay. And so
when I say export, it's export of two-wheelers.
Two-wheelers, right. And by the end of this decade, what's the kind of that 10% you expected to grow to what levels maybe?
So ambitiously, I would say that we should do kind of 1,000 crores.
I see. Okay. Okay. And
the opportunity does exist.
Right. And currently, it's about how much?
Yeah, it's about 300 crores.
Okay. Okay. So 3x growth.
Yeah.
Expect. And also in terms of new product lines, could you just draw a picture for us? What are the new product lines that you have just entered or about to enter?
So basically, the product lines that we've currently entered, as we shared with you, right, are primarily in the super sport and the hyper sports, right? The super sports will soon to be launched, right? Hyper sports and sport touring are already in the market.
Okay. And in the last financial year, you saw some growth after a dip in the previous year compared to FY 23, right? And then this year, what kind of growth do you expect in the overall two-wheeler tire industry and for you as well?
So we are pretty sure that we will go beyond the market growth, right? That's definitely the writing on the wall. Yeah.
And currently, your share would be at what level for you?
So we are the largest on the OE, right? And we are a dominant player in the aftermarket. That's where we stand as of now.
Okay. And lastly, Ravi, in terms of, as you expand your global presence, do you also plan to have any kind of production base in any of these ASEAN or maybe the more the other emerging markets for you in the
Currently, all
export
these
business?
markets are being catered to from this plant in Madurai. At this point, there are no thoughts about it, but definitely, I think if opportunity comes, we would definitely look at it.
At what plant utilization level are you operating at, and do you see a need for you to kind of expand maybe in the current
I don't think
facility, or maybe?
I don't think there's an expansion requirement for at least the next couple of years, right? I think we have the capacity to manage the demand.
Okay, and currently you're rolling out how many tires in a year? Maybe?
So we roll out roughly about 1 lakh of tires a day.
Okay. On that note, Ravi, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
spending
you.
your time. Good
Sure.
talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.